Good evening. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to listen to me speak about the need for grant money specifically for fitness equipment at my department. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ryan DiGiacinto, and from 2015 to 2018, I was an active member at the North Star Volunteer Fire Department located in North Pole, Alaska. I've been affiliated with volunteer departments now for 13 years, starting on the East Coast in northern Maryland and moving to volunteer outside of Washington, D.C. in Montgomery County, and then moving up to Alaska with the Air Force while I'm enlisted as a member of security forces. Today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of physical fitness equipment at the station, a little bit of statistics to back that reasoning up, the deviations that my department has in place currently instead of getting new equipment, and how we can go about getting the funding for new equipment as far as applying for grants, who we can go through. So, diving right in, my first point is the importance of physical fitness equipment. So, as many people know, around half of all line of duty deaths are cardiac related, whether that's overexertion, whether that's stress, or whether that's just simply being out of shape. And this bothers a lot of people because this is one of the few that we hold in ourselves that we can cut that number down just by having a little bit more motivation, just by going to the gym for half an hour or an hour on shift, and being able to do that is our responsibility, and it's the responsibility of our departments that we work for or volunteered for. So that kind of goes into the importance of it. Is you have to be able to be strong enough and be in shape enough to pull that hose line, to throw that ladder, to drag the victim out, to drag your buddy out in case anything's happened. Unfortunately, some of us have had to do that. And you need to be fit enough to not become a part of the problem if something goes wrong, but to be the one to mitigate that issue and to push through it. So I understand a lot of volunteer departments, and as like mine in Alaska, they have a kind of a hard time getting funding for the new equipment, and I'll go back to that. But they also have a lot of deviations set up in lieu of getting new equipment. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the deviations that North Star has set up. Right now we have a treadmill, we have a stationary bike, a pull-up bar, and maybe 3 dumbbells and a kettlebell for our equipment. And it's good, but it's just not enough. When they require us to go to do our physical fitness hour, we have to either use what we have, make up something, or go down to a neighboring department in the city of North Pole and use their gym, which is an extremely nice facility, but it puts us out of our first due and on all the way on one side of it. And our first due is 106 square miles. Factor the wintertime in Alaska, snow, ice, everything into that, and your response times are increasing exponentially the farther you put yourself to one side of the first due area. So yes, it can work, but we just have to be okay with the cause and effect there. So kind of going back to what I said earlier about funding, I know a lot of departments have an issue with funding, as does mine, or mine did back in Alaska. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations and private and public organizations that will help you acquire the grant money, or just simply give you the money themselves. One great resource is 555 Fitness out of Milton, New Jersey. They started a couple years ago as a small Facebook group that pushed out workouts here and there to different departments, and they blew up into one of the leading faces of firefighter, not just firefighter, but EMT, military, and police officers fitness as a whole, and I think it's a very good push. They have, on their website, they have a little tab that says grants. You can click on grants, pull that down, fill out a grant application, and through them you can apply for grants, and they'll help you with that. And it's just a little easier process, and it's a little more streamlined to get fitness equipment for your personnel a little faster than most other ways. So today, I talked about, in summary, I talked about the importance of physical fitness equipment, some statistics about line of duty deaths to back that up, what deviations North Star Volunteer Fire Department has in lieu of getting new equipment, and then how you can go about getting funding and getting grant money for this, for the equipment. So I'd like to thank you for listening to me speak today, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you.